General Monk, I had to give you a review so I could further explain the significance of what I'm doing. This is the Quran. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, who has sent to his servant, the book, and hath allowed therein no crookedness. It's called the cave. All those Tariq Nasheed and Tahaka Bay followers, when they show you receipts, they show you receipts from the FBI files or from the data of the enemy. And you can't believe nothing what they say. If your former slave master didn't treat you right, what makes you think he gonna teach you right? So you could turn around with the whip and whip his ass with it? No, man, he want to keep that whip on your ass and take you to hell with him. Now look, these are my receipts. The Quran and the Bible. If you knew how to read it right, the Quran backs up the Bible and the Bible backs up the Quran. We had to have someone that wasn't a part of the United States Empire with power and force by the name of Allah. Well, that was his title. His name was Master W.D. Farad Muhammad. Came to Detroit in 1930. They raising war on Michigan because we got all the fresh water. So they took those toxic waste from Palestine, Ohio, dumped it over there in Romulus so they could get into the soil and ultimately get into the lakes. And come to find out that Bill Gates is behind some of the financing on some undercover stuff that's going on here. We talk more about that later on. But that's Tahaka Bay and Tariq Nasheed and some others' job is to distract you from Master Farad Muhammad, see? Because they know Master Farad Muhammad is not under the influence of the imperial greater United States of America. So right here, section 3, just a little bit, Holy Quran. Thou wouldst have deemed them awake, they were asleep, and we turned them on their right and on their left side. Their dog stretches forth his two forelegs on the threshold. If thou hast come up on to them, thou would have certainly turned back from them in flight, and would have certainly have been filled with terror on them. Such being their state, we raised them up from sleep. Talking about the caveman, Neanderthal man. Moses, was assigned to civilize them from the caves. Continue on, that they might question each other, said one of them. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this. How long have ye stayed there? They said, we have stayed perhaps a day or part of a day. They was in the caves, where we sent them. I could get into that right, at another time. But I'm going to come over to here and show you how the dogs how they were acting. Some say there were 3 of the dogs, being the 4th among them. Others say they were 5, the dog being the 6th, doubtfully guessing at the unknown. Yet others say they were 7, the dogs being the 8th. Say thou, my Lord, knowest best their number. It is but few that know the real case. Enter not, therefore, into controversy concerning them, except on a matter that is clear, nor consult any of them about the affair of the sleepers. That's what they call us now, because we sleep to this kind of knowledge, because y'all didn't want to listen to Elijah Muhammad. So they stayed in the caves 300 years, and some add 9 more. So we're going to cut it right there. We go to the Bible before we run out of time. Now we're in Leviticus. This is King James Version of the Bible. We are up here, the clean and the unclean, right? So we're going to go down here, especially pork. I mean, there's other foods that are forbidden, but we got to go to the pork because y'all love it so much. And your preachers, they don't tell you nothing about it. The social slave master, that's slave food for you. And he ain't going to tell you nothing because that's the cheapest food you can buy now. Food that's no good for you. And the swine, though he divides in hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that's in the waters. We're not going to get in, you know, supposed to eat shrimps and stuff. But, you know, that swine, that pig, was up there eating the filth, you know, the feet, the doo-doo was all over, filth, before you get to the cave. So they invented the hog, which was made of cat, rat, and dog, to go up there and eat all toxic filth, so Moses can get up there and civilize them. Now I might have to continue this, chapter 13. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, when a man shall have in the skin of his flesh rising scabs or bright spots. Well, this is talking about leprosy. Y'all heard of that before. This is going to be a part 3. Assalamu alaikum.